My name is James Bateman, and I was a navigator on 149 English Squadron RAF. To learn about sacrifice and courage, the things that really matter in the world, they should remember Bomber Command. Without their effort, the war would have dragged on. They were the only ones at one stage who were fighting the war. Before America came into the war, Bomber Command was fighting from 1941 onwards and losing a lot of wonderful men. To participate in what we did is something you could never forget.
I served in England, 61 Squadron, at Skellingthorpe near Lincoln. To maintain our way of life here in Australia, we had to do something about stopping the way the Nazis were going on. It's beyond conception now what actually happened with so many people being killed, and I think the majority of people like myself felt we had to do something about it.
I'm General David Hurley. I'm the Governor of New South Wales. Prior to becoming the Governor last year, I was the Chief of the Defence Force. My links with Bomber Command are twofold. One, from my previous service experience and just respecting the great work that Bomber Command did during the Second World War. And secondly, the Governor, on behalf of the people of New South Wales, just to recognise again the veterans for what they did for our country and for the people of New South Wales during the war.
My name is John Epple. I served on the 550 Squadron at North Killingholme, which is the most northernmost of the Bomber Command squadrons, up near the Humber River. I served 4 operations on France, contributed to the liberation of France finally. The French nation has been more appreciative of what we did for them, apart from what we did against Adolf Hitler. All the rest of my operations were over Germany.
I'm Nicolas. I'm the Consul General of France. Those people that are here today have been doing a fantastic job to help us to be able to fight for our freedom during the Second World War. They have dedicated their life, and it's why my government, with this Legion of Honor, to thank them from all the French and from the French Republic for what they have been doing from the Second World War.
That is the Legion of Honour. It's a French decoration of a high order, and it was given to all those servicemen who participated in action that resulted in the liberation of France. And I feel very honoured to receive it.
It means an awful lot to me to be patron of the Bomber Command Association. The Pathfinders were a remarkable group of very experienced Bomber Command pilots. They were specially selected for their high levels of skill. They used to find a way to the target. They would drop flares to mark the target, and then the rest of the bombers would come in and bomb on their flares.
Bomber Command waged war for 4 years against Germany when Britain had no other way of actually attacking Germany itself. It lifted the morale of the British population. Bomber Command boys were the heroes of Britain all during that period. We suffered enormous losses, 55,000 killed out of 105,000 serving. So, you know, I count myself one of the very lucky ones. Bomber Command tied up an enormous amount of the German effort. They had a million men probably manning flak guns, the repair to all the various important places, oil refineries was continuous, and they played an enormous part in doing that damage.
The current generation should be made aware of the risk we all took in Bomber Command. Of the 55,000 odd men, who lost their lives out of about 150,000 I think it was that served. So being in Bomber Command was a risk to be borne.
If you can imagine some of the bravest people you can think of, well, that's what the Bomber Command veterans represent. They undertook some very, very dangerous work in the Second World War in aircraft, flying at night, difficult missions. It was such difficult work, and that's why we remember them today.
They went out there on a very, very dangerous mission, and they basically did a magnificent job, because at the end of the war there's no doubt that the campaign they mounted had a major effect on the defeat of Germany.
Most of them are over 90 today. We recognise someone who's 103, 104. So this is getting close to our last opportunities to say to them personally, thank you for what you did, thank you for the bravery you showed, and thank you for how you saved us, the world essentially, from what was a very evil system, belief system that was trying to take over Europe and eventually the rest of us.